right. Time is now 9:30, more or less, Mountain Standard Time. Here, let's just see if I can get this all set. It's been a little while since I've did anything with my cell phone here at home. I know I have all this fancy equipment, and it takes like 20 minutes to set up, and I just didn't. And last time I did it, my producer said that I did something wrong, and I was like, okay, well, you have to come help set it up. So maybe next time when she's in town, she can help. Hello, Zane Wood. Hello, how are you? So just kind of wait a few minutes for some people to get in here. How's everyone's Friday going? I'm a big fan of Fridays. I like Fridays. I have an expression for Fridays that it's maybe not appropriate to say. Matt Fox, good morning. Fridays are always different. I ended up having to take my daughter this morning to the doctor. She woke up with a bunch of eye boogers. I'm sure if you guys are parents out there, you know what I'm talking about. Zane says, doing good. Can't wait to get my fat boy back. Good. Yeah, good. We do a lot of fat boy razors. So I'm happy that we got yours in the shop. But yeah, today's Friday Live. I missed it last month. I forgot what I was doing. There was something happening at the building and I just couldn't be away. Let me plug my phone in before I forget. Plug the phone in so we have full power. There we go. But yeah, Friday's always a good time to get in front of everybody and talk. And we've been doing consistent YouTube videos, which, by the way, who's been watching the YouTube channel? You guys been watching? I really have been enjoying some of the videos we've been putting out recently. The Techmatic video has been doing really well, and people like the Gillette history, so it's fun to do. In fact, we did just get some cartridges in for the Techmatic, the band Techmatic, not the 1947, the really cool double edge, but the Techmatic band razor from 1967. We got some cartridges in. Greetings from Milan. Well, hello, Sergio. And so we're actually going to do a Techmatic shave, as I kind of alluded to. And we're kind of out of the American Gillette razors. We're kind of done. So I have two choices. Thanks, Pastor Gary. Thanks for all you've done, Light Shavers. Rex Ambassador. Glad you like it. Greetings from Nebraska. But we have two decisions of what to do with Razor Archive series next. We could go into the British Gillette razors, the British Gillette double edge razors, which I honestly don't have a lot of them. So I probably honestly have to learn and brush up on it before I teach you guys. I've never collected them, and so I think I have like 2 or 3 in my entire collection. So I have to either start buying and collecting some British Gillette razors and learning about them, or we can do something different. We thought about doing the history of some of the other cartridge razors, like the Atra, the Track 2, the Sensor, the Mach 3, the Fusion, and do all those. So we'll see. Setless Shaver says yes to the British razors. Okay. And yeah, I keep on touching my goatee because I know, guys, I'm horrible with, I'm gonna have to trim this side. I'm so bad with shaping. In fact, I told our producer, Marissa, I said, we need to do a video all about how to straighten a goatee out. I know, I'm so bad with it. It was when your shop, your staff was wonderful, DJ, extra wonderful. Oh, Perry, thank you very much. Yeah, DJ is a huge part of the team, and we're really happy to have her. So, I've been chatting for about 5 minutes. Let's get underway. Speaking of DJ and Razor Emporium soap, today is going to be debuting Fireside. Maybe that's backwards for you. I never know if you guys can see it the way it's supposed to be, but this is the new label for Fireside. And yes, I'm holding my thumb over. We had some error with the printer and it put a V on just like one label. And so I was like, I'll take that one home. So the V won't be there. Fireside. But this is a new scent that's not so new. If you came to the Arizona Shavers meetup, in February, end of February, February 26th, we did a scent just for the meetup. And people loved it so much, they said, you need to put it out. Well, funny enough, Dondra, our soap maker, DJ, right? She had kind of made that soap like 2 nights before as a sample. And she was messing around. She had one of her friends with her, and they were just kind of experimenting and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, that smells really good. And so and she's like, okay, it's great. You know, it's for the meetup. And it's like a one-off. We're not going to do it again. But everyone said, let's do it. And so I said, hey, DJ, we got to recreate that. And she's like, I didn't take any notes. We kind of just winged it. And I was like, well, we got to recreate it. So she's been working to recreate this. And the main notes are bourbon, charcoal, and cedarwood. And so it's definitely got a really, really cool smell to it. People have been coming by the shop, have been picking up, like, you know, the first run we did about a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago, and people really liked it. So it should be on the website now, Fireside, and matching splash and aftershave balm. So yeah, we're kind of looking at our soap line, and we may be making some other changes. The lavender has been on the market for 3 or 4 years, and it just hasn't done as well. We may do something cool with it and do like a menthol lavender, or may just switch it out altogether. So there's maybe some changes coming with our soaps, but our soaps do really, really well. I thought it was going to be like a side business, like, oh, we do some soaps, but now we do so much soap, so it's great. Yeah, let's see. Bowtie RN says DJ's amazing. It's a good scent. Well, good. So let's get started. I'm gonna look at all this growth. Look at this, guys. We've got about 2.5 days of stubble. So that's a good amount. Let's wet the face. I'm just putting some water on the face. Okay, this will be the subject of an actual YouTube, you know, for our channel in our studio. But I'll use it today to another product. It's a product that I hate to love and I love to hate. No, I'm just kidding. It's a fantastic product. It's from my buddy Douglas at Phoenix Artisan. I've been using it myself a bunch, and I'm surprised how much I like it. It's the cube, guys. It's the cube. You can see how much I use it. It's not a cube anymore. It's like a rectangle. But I've been really enjoying this, and I hate to say it, I think it may be my new favorite pre-shave product, and I think it has usurped the Parasso pre-post as my new secret ingredient. And I've been using it. I really like it for about a month now, and it seems to make a huge difference with getting a close shave and not getting any irritation, and it's just a great product. It may also inspire us to have a nice pre-shave. Someone mentioned to me, said, why doesn't Razor Emporium have a pre-shave product? So I said, DJ, that's your next thing. Figure out, let's make some pre-shave products, and we can either make a generic one like this, it's just can be used underneath any scent base, or we can make them scent specific. Kind of more like the Parasso method is to have it scent specific. They have a green pre-post, a red, a blue, a white. So we may do that. We may have each one of our soaps have their own pre-shave, or maybe just make a generic one. We'll see. What do you think? A scent specific pre-shave or a generic pre-shave? What is the vote? Tell me. Yeah, so what I like to do with the cube is put it on, and then I like to kind of work it with my fingers and almost kind of build like a initial lather. Generic with menthol. Yeah, not a bad idea. Oh, what's up, Faiz? Okay, so Razor Emporium brush. I mean, it's $25 or $30, whatever it is, and I use it at home all the time. I really do. So we're gonna get the Fireside loaded. Thank you for ordering already, Fireside. So I came up with that name. I was like, We were sitting around the night or 2 nights before the meetup in February, and I said, "What are we going to call the soap, guys?" And they said, "Let's just call it Meetup Soap." I said, "Okay." But we had been toying with other names. I was like, "Oh, like Fireside, like everyone's hanging out, like chatting, you know." So, but look how easy this lathers. I'm literally just lathering right on top of the dish. I, I mean, I've been lathering for 10 seconds, and it's already super easy to lather. That's one thing about our base, guys. It's just so easy. And the soap, I wouldn't say it's a thirsty soap, but you can definitely, it's hard to overdo the water. And in case you didn't know, the consistency that I always go for and you should go for is like whipped cream. So I'm literally just kind of putting a little bit more water on over the sink. I've used this base and it's excellent, well priced. Yeah. Yeah, because we're not a soap maker, like artisan soap maker, exclusive business, we don't have to have like giant margins on the soap product. I kind of want it to be something more affordable, something that you don't feel guilty of buying a bunch of it, right? And we wholesale it to a few customers, but really it's primarily just for us, so that's another part of the price point. We don't have to leave margin for other people to carry it. So I'm just exploding with soap here. I tell you what, DJ really hit it. We had like probably 4 different versions that she tried to recreate. I was like, no, this is not it. We still had one of the meetup soaps. I was like, going back and forth, and she finally got it. She got it. In fact, I think it's better than what we gave at the meetup. I think it's more smoky and more cedary, and I think it's just really nice. And the bourbon certainly comes through. Look at that. Look at that. That's some kush. Whenever I do that, I always think about Ghostbusters. You have to be born in the 80s to know what I mean, or 70s. The original Ghostbusters at the end with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. DJ here, thank you for the love. Yeah, well, hey DJ, thanks for joining, and I'm loving your creation. I'm really happy to have DJ in the fold with Razor Emporium. She's a huge part of the team, and I'm really happy that she's brought a whole line of products to our store and to our customers. Bottom line, to our customers. Okay. So when people were asking yesterday what razor I should use, yeah, I could just grab a Rex razor. I could grab the Ambassador, which I've been using a ton at home. I could grab the Console. I could have them fight it out, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. I thought I'd go old school, guys. You've heard about this razor. You've seen it. My beat up British red tip rocket. Meaning, I know I own the razor business and I could go take it in and do a rhodium revamp, but I somehow just love that it's in the original nickel plating. It's got the worn paint. There's like one little spot of brass somewhere, but overall it's in decent shape. I just cleaned it with some detergent, dish detergent, toothbrush, hot water, cleaned up great. So this is like the razor that I just like to keep around, and it's great for in the shower. My wife uses it on her armpits or whatever, and it reminds me where the whole business began. Non-scented soap. New scent form in the lavender. Yeah, I think we should add menthol to the lavender, DJ. And then Barbasol. No, I don't have a Barbasol floating head. I've used them, but I don't own one. Okay, and for my blade, I'm going old school. We got new old stock Paul Silvers. These are like the really old ones. Old labels. Okay, so let's give it a shot. I'll use the phone as my mirror. Oh yeah. Mowing down that hair with ease between the PAA pre-shave and the Fireside, which has the same Razor Emporium vegan base that we've always had, just effortless. Oh, awesome dude me says, got a made to order slim, he likes it a lot. Fides, I'm glad that you got those new old stock Paul Silver. Someone years ago sent them to me as a gift, and I still am working through them, and they're fantastic. I would love to find a supply of them where I could actually bring it to market. Yeah, I've used the floating head once. It is a fantastic shaver. I agree. Look at all that stubble, guys. Oh yeah. Just mowing it with ease. And yeah, I can use the other side. I know I'm famous for that. Only using one side. You hear that? Yeah, the red tip's like, I think, my all-time favorite Gillette vintage razor for shaving with. I love the simplicity, I love the efficiency. It's kind of like, to me, it's the heyday of Gillette. It's like where everything was at its pinnacle of performance and quality, and then right after this, they started having plastic parts and the super adjustables, and it started going towards cartridge. So this is kind of like, this is the heyday, man. And I will try to straighten out this goatee. I mean, when we do the rhodium revamp on the Gillette, yeah. You're really paying for all the polishing work and getting it all back into original spec and a coating that's going to last for decades. In fact, next week's video is all about revamp finish options. I know, I'm going to finish too soon, says Jaden? Jaden? I didn't see your name, sorry, it already disappeared. So one other quick note, I just wanted to mention the console, the Rex console razor. We got 500 heads in, but the handles are made in a different facility, and they were just running a little bit behind. So we had like 150 handles left from the first batch, and so we got all those out. But now we're waiting for handles. They should be to us mid-June, so like maybe in 2 weeks or so. So anyone who's ordered a console, you'll get it in about 2 weeks. So I'm sorry about the delay, but just timing. Tell you what, man, right now it's hard to do anything. Supply chain of getting steel, of getting machinists to show up to their job and do their job right, man, stuff is just hard. Any chance of a slim twist or Gillette knack? Yeah. That'd be, again, there's one of the razors left to do in the Razor Archive series, would be like the knack. I think I need to take off. Good amount of that side. My face is just not, it's not symmetrical. I'm not Denzel Washington, and so my chin kind of comes down a little bit lower on one side, so it's like I can't just make the facial hair look symmetrical. I have to kind of keep on looking at it and adjusting. It's not all my fault, guys. I'll tell you what, with the addition of the cube, I've been getting really, really great shaves with no ingrowns and super close. So there's I just, there's an ad behind me. You guys see that? The new Bostonian. Who's got one of those razors? Who has one? Can you speak another par shave? Can you speak to blade buffing? Blade buffing is what I'm doing. I always do it. It's just, and if you go to like a barber shop and they trim the back of your neck, you'll notice they do the same thing. They go, they don't go, they go. It just means you're making short little strokes like that. And I think it's, I didn't see the comment. These comments are disappearing too fast. There we go. Live chat, all messages are visible. The goatee is too thick. It needs to be trimmed down. I could do that. In fact, when I'm done here, I'm going to get a haircut. So yeah, but what I'll do is I'll finish the shave. We'll dry it off. We'll trim the goatee down, and then we'll see where we're at. Do you sell the cube? Yes, we do sell the cube. Look at this now, guys. Much better. Yeah, if you go back over, you can always get, a tiny bit more stubble. But I'll tell you what, I always use cold water. Once I'm done and I rinse and I dry, the skin kind of relaxes and it actually feels closer, just off the bat. One other benefit of cold water shaving. You don't have to chase that BBS so much with the razor blade. You literally, what happens is the skin, it's kind of like when you get goosebumps. When you get goosebumps, the hairs go bloop, and you come by with cold water and your razor and you shave it, and then when the skin relaxes, it actually feels closer. You don't get the ingrowns. And I always, dude, the cold water feels so good, especially here in Phoenix. I'm not sure what temperature it is there, but God, guys, we're in late May here in Phoenix. It's already 100 degrees during the days. So menthol feels great. Okay. That's feeling great. Let me just do a quick splash and kind of see where we're at. Okay, I like it. It feels really nice. That looks better. It's still, see, look at this. It's still slightly right here. Watch. We'll try to do this, guys. I'll try to get it perfect. Actually, someone said I should first, before I do anything, let me dry it really good, and we'll trim it. We'll use the wall. I got this like 2 years ago because my brother likes to trim hair, and like sometimes he'll come by and he'll trim my hair for me. So I got this little barber kit. I like using the clippers just for my goatee. It's really nice. And like I said, I'm gonna go get a haircut after this, so I'm gonna go to like a 1.5. Let's see how that looks. All right, I'm gonna try to do this without making a huge mess of my bathroom. I know. Watch this. My wife will be happy. I'm sure your wives, whose wife gets mad if there's hair in the sink? I got the garbage can right here. Okay, that's certainly closer. Now, see, it already looks better. Look at that. Hey. Okay. Sorry, the chat went off there for a second. I'm just seeing it again here. Oh, the rancher says that's why you get two sinks for the hair. Yeah, so I did hear that point of feedback at the console about the blade loading, and we probably would have to make another cap. And for, we heard the feedback from the first batch too late, and we literally had already started beginning the Okay, so originally made 150, and they all sold around Christmas time, and we released it I think in February. Okay, and then we heard feedback, and then we made 500. But by the time we heard the feedback about the cap and loading, we already had done the caps. Like we can't just throw those parts away. So we'll probably make another version of the cap that has longer posts, so it loads a little bit easier, and we can make those available on the Rex website for people who want to buy that cap. I personally don't see how that it's really hard. I can see, like I've seen why people are saying, oh, you have to kind of get it just right and push it in. I'm not downplaying it, but I don't think it affects every single console owner. I think some people have an easier time than others, and so we'll definitely make it available. But look at that, I think the Goatee is better. What do you guys think? God, I'm horrible. I'm not seeing any of these chats. There we go. Looks good, man. You trimmed all the white out of your beard. Yes, clean your side of the sink. Looks crisp. Good. I think it looks more even. It's hard. I have an odd face. But see, like this part's square, but then I have to bring this part in, but then you look from back here, it looks more even. So it's not like I can just make the lines the same and then it looks the same. I have to like make one side look different in order for it to look the same outwardly. Okay, enough about my facial hair problems. Okay, so we're gonna go and mix up some of this splash, and yeah, it has alum in it, and glycerin, aloe vera, rose water, alcohol, of course, essential oils, fragrance. So whenever you get these, you do just need to give them a quick little mix up. Not a big deal, right? And I'm gonna crack it. And remember, you have to let the alcohol just dry off for a second. Don't just put it right on your face. Even kind of, you can get on your hands. That feels really nice. Much better here, guys. Much better. Any other comments? Post on the DOC Ascension Razor, also the short side, just barely catch the blade. Much cleaner, went to Dapper. I'm having fun with the shavettes. Yeah, and I have to wear these V-neck shirts when I do them at home because I get water everywhere. Splashing water. So, let's see, we've almost been live for 30 minutes. I'm happy to do like another 5 or 10 minutes if I get some good Q&A. I'm happy to answer any questions. I don't want to just ramble and keep you guys here. I want to make these, at least meaningful. Anyone have anything for me? Can I answer any questions? What's new in the shaving world that I don't know about, that I need to know about? You guys are the power users. You guys are the super enthusiasts. And as the business owners and more on the supply side of things, we don't always see everything you guys see. I can't be on every chat group and every forum and see every new product release and everything that's new and trending. And so sometimes I rely on you guys to tell me what's new and exciting. So tell me, what's new and exciting out there? Rancher says, other than blade loading, the console is divine. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, we actually did a pass around on damn fine shaves, and it's still going on. So if you want to try out the console, but you don't want to maybe put down the money for it, I totally get it. Go to Damn Fine Shaves, be a member there, talk to Andrew, the moderator, and there's a thread right now for the pass around. Get on the pass around list, and you can try it out. Oh, you're going to make a pre-shave. Yes, we covered that earlier. So we'll make a pre-shave, and it sounded like everyone said a generic pre-shave, which I think is better. I don't know if we need to make them scent specific. I'd rather have one generic pre-shave that you can use underneath all of it, because I don't think people want to buy a pre-shave for every single scent we have. Okay. Plus, you may want to use it underneath another soap product, and you don't want to cross-pollinate scents or make it a muddle of scents. Straight razors just require a lot of practice to get the right angle and the right amount of pressure. And don't forget that the blade is a lot wider than a double edge, and so you're going to feel more resistance just to begin with. Are we open this weekend? Yes, come on by. We're open tomorrow, 9 to 4:30, and we should be open. We're not open on Sundays, but tomorrow for sure, 9 to 4:30. Can you do a comparison with Cube and Parasso? That's a fantastic idea. So we were going to do a video talking about the Cube and how it's my new favorite secret ingredient. Maybe I'll do a Cube on one side and the Parasso on the other side, and we can just compare the feel. Because I'll tell you right now, guys, this is wonderful. Listen, just listen. Little to nothing. It's got that. I know when you're done shaving, and if you touch your skin, and you don't feel stubble, and you literally almost feel the skin kind of like suction onto your fingertips, you know you got a close shave. That's what I'm feeling. Where it's like, it feels fantastic. I had a really, really good shave. Parker adjustable injector. You know what? I talked to the owner of Parker, Howie. He's a friend. He's a vendor friend, right? Howie in upstate New York. And the last I heard, the Parker, he made an initial run of the adjustable injectors, and then he had to make some changes, and he was going to wait to let other vendors like ourselves buy them until those changes were done. So I don't know what the status of it is yet, but I did know he was making one. I've heard of the Razor Iron Flat Boy. I've heard of that. Maybe we'll have to do a shave with that. Any chance of bringing back the RE new and stock khaki sets? Yes, we actually just got the khaki sets in this week. So we actually made a slight adjustment. Again, anytime you want to make a change, you have to wait to sell your existing inventory. So we made 1,000 like 2 or 3 years ago. We finally just sold through all of them. And so I just made another 1,000 with that vendor, and we moved the snaps like a 1/16 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch, so that it's a little bit easier to close. So you should see those on our website again right now as the case. And then with the razor, yes, we'll have those as well next week. That should be something we can definitely have. I use Persona blades and have for years. In your opinion, the best blade to use? I love Persona. I love the Persona 74s, the tungstens. These guys. I got lots of these, new old stock. There's some other ones. I like the Persona Lab Blues a lot. We now carry the Lab Blue Personas on Razor Emporium. I like the Persona Reds, Israelis. Yeah, I like Persona. Feather, fantastic for a shavette. What blade do you recommend with the console? I did all my prototyping and all my testing with Lab Blues and with Ball Silvers and Permasharp. So any of those blades I think are good complements. Can you explain blade buffing and Gillette slide techniques? So yeah, blade buffing again is just taking your blade and just kind of making short little strokes. I'm not going. I'm just kind of going like little 1/2 inch or 1 inch little strokes at a time, and you end up going over the same area a little bit more than once, and you reduce the stubble kind of gradually rather than trying to hack it all off at once or trying to do it from different directions, because the different directions does work, but for people who are more prone to ingrown hairs, you can get an ingrown hair from all these different directions. You're pulling the hair around. And then in terms of the J hook or the Gillette slide, so the J hook is kind of this technique of going like this and almost kind of curving. And the Gillette slide is on an angle where you're going to slide from like the corner of your ear to like your chin and kind of do like a diagonal. It's basically starting off with a across the grain, an X across a grain stroke to begin with, rather than with the grain. So I think it was Gillette's way of kind of getting people to have a closer shave right off the bat. Fireside order, says M. Oh, hi, M. John, straight is much smoother. Suggestions on first-time straight razor? I would say a Dovo, a Ralph Ost, even a Gold Dollar, if it's been redone by us or somebody who actually sharpens it properly. But from Gold Dollar, they're not sharpened properly. So if it's been redone, the steel is actually pretty good quality steel. They just need to be, the heel always has a burr on it, and get rid of that and then sharpen it nicely. So, okay, we're coming up on 37 minutes. I'm just going to do like another 1 minute and then we're going to call it. I'm going to go get myself a nice haircut on this Friday afternoon. And my kids are out of school, or my son is out of school. My little daughter is too young to be in school quite yet, but I think I'm going to go pick them up and take them to lunch, and maybe we're going to do a little shopping today. I need some new clothes, so maybe we'll do a little shopping with Daddy, a little lunch. I know I gush about my kids. If you guys are parents, you probably feel the same. You're a proud parent, and I'm just really enjoying fatherhood and enjoying spending time with my kids. And I do also enjoy the fact that being self-employed, I get to have sometimes a little bit extra time with them, or I get to be able to do things that maybe someone who works a real stringent job just can't do. Like my wife, she works at the hospital, and so she, like, I told her this morning, like, oh, hey, take the day off. She's like, the hospital's on code red, we're packed, there's so many kids. She works at the children's hospital. There's so many kids there, I can't possibly take the day off. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad you're there. Thanks for helping all those other kids at the children's hospital, but I'm gonna take the kids out for, hamburgers and milkshakes today for lunch. So, yeah, you know what? Top Gun. I do want to see Top Gun. I liked the original Top Gun. Yeah, I think it's a little cheesy, but that was part of the magic of the 80s, right? And I generally do like Tom Cruise and all of his different Mission Impossible stuff. And the other one he did, the Tom Clancy ones. What's his name? John Ricker, or whatever. I like Tom Cruise. I think he's like one of the coolest all-time action heroes ever, and he's consistently made good movies. And I don't need to get into his, his lifestyle or his religions or politics. I don't really care. He's entertaining, and his movies are always fun to watch. So I may have to go see the Top Gun. Yeah, so I think to call it there, guys. We're at 38 and a half minutes. Thanks for all the kind words. Thank you very much for supporting Razor Emporium. We really do everything we do for you guys. This is a really cool community, and happy to be a part of it. Happy to help any way we can. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks so much. Had a fantastic shave. Fireside, the new soap from Razor Emporium. Really happy with the performance, the scent. Thank you, DJ, for all your hard work on it. And we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.